Perhaps the best thing would be for the real Mrs. Gandhi to reveal herself and put all speculation to rest.
Now, whilst the rest of the country gets ready to open our doors to foreign investment, and
perhaps the best thing would be for the real Mrs. Gandhi to reveal herself and put all speculation to rest.
Now, whilst the rest of the country gets ready to open our doors to foreign investment and multinational companies, confident that they will be our saving, the farmers of Karnataka have launched a seed satyagraha to ensure that Farangi competition is kept out. And nothing sends the shivers up their back like the Dunkel draft. So clearly, what's good for the urban goose is bad for the rural gander. Simachisti reports on a movement that is now increasingly winning allegiance in the north and could threaten India's integration into the world market.
This is no ordinary rally against economic liberalization. This is not the Communist Party protesting, but farmers burning the Dunkel draft. It's a sign that no longer are Indian farmers simply fighting the state against terms of trade between industry and agriculture. Now, it's the threat of what they consider a foreign invasion that has them up in arms.
ನಮ್ಮ ಆಹಾರದ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಂತ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ.
What the farmers don't like about the Dunkel draft of the GATT negotiations is the fact that it permits Western companies to patent the new hybrid high-yielding seed they produce and which farmers increasingly use. This has two adverse consequences. First, because the patent confers a monopoly, the patent holder can charge what he wants. Hence, the cost of the seed will escalate.
For a packet of 3 kgs seeds, Cargill seeds, they are charging 560 rupees. And the price for the local seed is 120 rupees for 3 kgs.
ನಾವು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಬೀಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಸೂರ್ಯಕಾಂತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 35-40 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೆಜಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅದೇ ವಿದೇಶಿ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು 130ರಿಂದ 140ವರೆಗೆ 1 ಕೆಜಿ ಇದೆ.
From the farmer's point of view, the second consequence is even worse. Because the patent applies to the gene itself, farmers cannot replicate their own seeds and use them. The patent applies each time.
This would mean that every single crop you have to go back and buy your seed, or forego the advantages of high productivity.
In fact, the farmers can't even cheat the patent obligations if they want to, because such is the technology used that most of the new hybrid seeds are designed not to replicate themselves. Instead, they revert back to the original types that were crossed to make the hybrid.
The next generation of plant will suffer what we call segregation, and it will begin to revert back to the 2 individual parents. In other words, having paired the 2 plants, produced the hybrid seed, that has given the farmer yield. If he plants it one more time, we get the re-emergence of the parents and the yield will decline.
So each season, it's back to the company. And to add salt to this injury, the companies that will acquire control over the Indian farmer are all foreign. Farmers claim multinational companies use third world material for their research, patent the end product, and then sell it back to the third world farmers at exorbitant prices.
In Peru, there was a native tomato variety. We call this as the wild species, or Jamplasm. And using this Peruvian tomato variety in a biotechnology program, America came out with a tomato hybrid, which is earning them annually about $8 billion as it is reported. But from this profit which is being made by the American MNC, Peru farmer is not getting anything. And added to that, If a Peruvian farmer has to grow that same tomato hybrid, he has to pay the patent amount to the American company.
To many, this represents a new imperial